Welcome to the Barstool College Football Show, Week 6. We are back in studio. We've been on the road for a couple weeks, boys. It's been fun. Big noon kickoff is a blast.
A lot of fun.
A lot of fun.
Great crew.
Great stuff.
Yes.
Great crowds. Dave, how are you feeling about going to Ann Arbor this weekend?
Good. I mean, it's not obviously always good to be back at the alma mater. I don't think it's going to be a very close or interesting game, but I'm excited to be back there.
Dan, how do you feel?
That was our game preview.
Yeah.
Good job.
Oh, yeah.
Good game preview. That was it. We don't have to talk anymore about it.
It is interesting that this week the desk is all playing each other. We've
Rivalry
got
week.
Yeah, Michigan, Wisconsin, A&M, Mississippi State. Ev, how are you feeling over there?
I feel good. I mean, big win for the Buckeyes last week. They look good on the West Coast.
They do look like the best team in the country.
The defense is incredible. The secondary is insane. I mean, Caden Curry was everywhere. I said before the defense might be better. Brandon, Casey, T-Bob, the other guys laughed at me. I think they are. I genuinely believe they are.
I said today on Pardon My Take that I think they're better than last year's team.
They might. I think the defense is better. The offense is.
And we pumped some.
It's
brakes.
close.
I know,
It's possible.
come on.
I think the offense is going to come along. I think they had a very specific game plan against Washington.
Walker, that was
I just
bizarre
think-
world. Walker saying
listen,
pump the brakes
listen.
in Ohio State.
On unnecessary reference, Blutman said the words, this Ohio State team is unbeatable.
Yes, he
Can we
did.
pump the brakes on that a little bit?
It was a long.
Hey, and then why?
Washington,
What did I say?
And we think's pretty good, but we don't know.
And to
agree with
Blevins'
that.
credit, I said, well, Michigan beats them every year, no matter how good they are. And Blutman walked it back.
And I said Casey is correct. And I said, hey, look, I was incorrect. I can admit when I'm wrong. I'm not a coward. I can admit when I'm wrong. I shouldn't have said unbeatable. That was foolish of me. Silly. Probably incorrect because whatever. Ohio State I do think is better than last year, though. Unbeatable was very bad language to use. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said that.
It's okay.
I retract it.
day.
They're still very, 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 very good at football. And Big Cat talks about the offense. If Ryan Day stops milking the clock, which he's doing intentionally, shorting games,
Right.
without they could be scoring 40 plus, and Sayan could be showing why he probably is the best quarterback in the country. But
I walked away from that game being like they were intentionally trying to baby Sayan into his first road start. And they'll be just fine offensively.
Sure, he did against Texas too. He's definitely keeping them. Honestly, he just knows how good his defense is too. He's like, no need to make crazy decisions. You know, you have the game in hand. You know, you can play defense, run the ball, let him throw it a little bit. But you see it like he's so accurate. He makes the right decisions, gets it out quick.
It's way too much Ohio State.
Yeah, no. Yeah, no, and Dave has said that on Wake Up Barstool all week that he's very impressed with them. But Week 5 was unbelievable from start to finish. A lot of big finishes. Week 6 on paper has some really good matchups. We'll jump right into it for the High Noon College Football Weekend preview. Dave, tell us about High Noon.
High Noon, we all know Saturdays in the fall mean one thing. College football is back. Nothing goes better with college football game day than High Noon. High Noon is under 100 calories, made with real spirits, natural flavors, available in vodka seltzer, tequila seltzer, non-carbonated vodka iced tea. Again, that's the non-carbonated iced teas. People get confused on that, which means you can tailgate like a champion. I love the iced tea, green tea. That's probably my favorite right now. This fall, make High Noon your MVP. Visit highnoonspirits.com to find a pack near you. High Noon, suns up.
The peach tea is elite. Okay, let's talk about number 9, Texas at Florida. Texas -6.5, the over-under 41.5. Dave, Texas has gotten a lot of shit throughout this season so far. Arch Manning does not look like who we thought they would. They have a very pedestrian offense. Florida, despite only winning one game, has a very good defense. But this is the first time that Texas is going to see an offense even remotely close to Ohio State. We saw what happened at the beginning of the season. What is your take on this game?
So I have been taking Florida every week, being like, oh, the spread's so stupid. They stink. How is the spread so low? And then they don't cover the spread. I will say they also are like in those games, you feel like a break or two away from covering or winning. So I'm going to do the same thing because I'm not going to jump off and switch it. I'm going to say this is the game maybe they get the break, the ball bounces their way or a play or two, and they could win this game. So I'm taking Florida.
Dan?
Yeah, I'm opposite here. I was going into this week being like, I'm going to bet Florida. And I looked at it some more. Florida's D-line's got some injuries. Texas is off a bye. Arch Manning has looked bad. But guess what? He doesn't have to look great against this Florida offense who cannot score against elite defenses. And they have shown that time and time again. I'm taking Texas in a spot where I'm basically kind of fading my own brain, where I was like gearing up to go against Arch Manning in his first, big SEC game after we saw him struggle through September. I'm going opposite of that. I am taking Texas -6.5. He just has to be good. He doesn't have to be great.
Brandon, and a lot of the conversation around him has not necessarily been jitters or not understanding the offense. It's his fundamentals that haven't looked great.
Yeah, they haven't looked great, but I do think he's kind of been in the lab over the last 3 or 4 weeks. They've just played nobody, and whatever was wrong with him, I just have to trust they were getting it fixed. But this is more about Florida. Dave's right that this spot seems to favor Florida. Florida's been quiet. They haven't been that far. The Miami game was 26-7, but it wasn't really 26-7, right? Like, it was closer than that. They were right there. If they get a little break against LSU, some things happen. My problem with that logic is you've got to have a coach that gets your team ready, and you've got to have some buy-in from the players in order to get the breaks, and they don't have either. This fan base is ready to quit. These players are ready to quit. This coach is on his way out. Therefore, Texas is the pick.
Ev, what do you think?
The only thing is, I agree with a lot of things Brandon's saying, but they did say these things last year, and then they did rally.
Mm-hmm.
I'm taking the under. I'm taking Florida because really I'm just betting on their defense. Their offense is bad. I'm betting the defense in the swamp can hang tough. I think their defense is very good. It's just the offense that's bad. So, yeah, I'll take the points and the under.
I'm going to take Florida
and they
as well.
have played hard. Like those games we just talked about, they have played hard. It's just like they get a back-breaking play or a couple, and then they fall apart. But they have seemingly been playing for the coach from what I've seen.
They definitely, like, their record being 1-3 obviously is not good, but they have played much better than that, I think. And this Texas offense, until they prove me wrong. I mean, when we saw how they played against Ohio State, I realized that was week 1. He just couldn't do anything. I'm going to take Florida as well, and it's in the swamp.
Texas might have the second best defense in the country.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's what I'm betting on. Like, we just did pick 'em, and it's like, Arch does not have to be great in this game. I think Florida's going to be around 10 to 14 points.
Under's a good play.
Yeah.
Let's move to one of the hottest teams in the country, Texas Tech at Houston. Number 11, Texas Tech is 10.5-point favorites right now. The over-under at 50.5. Both of these teams, Dan, 4-0, 1-0 in conference play. And we saw, the way Texas Tech played a few weeks ago when we were in Utah. They're averaging 52 points a game. Baron Morton looks amazing. What do you think about this matchup?
Yeah, I'm going to take Houston here. I do think Houston looked bad on Friday night. That was a classic look-ahead spot. They went to Oregon State. They barely eked out a win as a double-digit favorite. But I believe in Willie Fritz, and I think their defense can keep them in this game. I think it's going to be kind of a lower-scoring game. If you give me 10.5 points at home with a lower-scoring game, I'm going to take Houston.
Brandon?
We might be on the same wavelength.
Okay.
Because I like Houston, and really I like them because of Texas Tech. Texas Tech is a program that this isn't Ohio State, this isn't Georgia, this isn't Alabama, which is used to just going into these road games and demolishing people. I feel like there's a come down to earth coming soon for them. They are the more talented team, but give me a good coach at home, a good quarterback at home in Houston. Give me 10.5 points. I'm taking it.
Dave?
I've gone back and forth on this game. I bet Houston just because it's on TV. So I watched that game, and they were awful. And Oregon State's really, really bad. So I was leaning towards Texas Tech. But then in my head, it's like, you're going to see it, and within 2 series, you're going to know this is a close game. So I am going Houston. I'm worried about it. What Brandon just said, I get is like they're not the traditional teams who aren't even the traditional teams anymore. But Texas Tech's defense is not Texas Tech. Like Texas Tech, for the first time in a long time, has a defense that travels. I'm saying all this. I hate the game, but I'll take the points. But it would not shock me if we wake up and this new NIL Texas Tech team has hammered these guys by 30.
Yeah, that's my biggest thing is that we talked about it all offseason is Texas Tech went out and did exactly what they needed to do, spent millions and millions of dollars in the transfer portal. They do have a defense. Baron Morton has over 1,000 yards, 11 touchdowns on the season. And they've already proven this season that they can go in a hostile road environment and win. And not only win by a little bit, win by a lot. We were there.
You know what? Flip me. I'm taking Texas Tech.
Yeah, I mean, Texas Tech to me is like going into Houston, and it's the state of Texas. Like, they're not going to be scared to play at Houston after they played at Utah the way that they did. I love this Texas Tech team. Ev, where are you leaning?
Yeah, I'm going to take Houston with the points. I think Texas Tech has been great and super impressive win at Utah, but at the same time, it was a 13-10 game. They blew them out in the fourth quarter. It's credit to them, but Willie Fritz, really good coach. I think I'll have him ready. Last week was on a sleeper Friday night game. Oregon State was bad. I'll take the 10.5 points with Houston at home.
Okay, Brandon, it's time for us to talk about our game. Mississippi State at number 6, Texas A&M. A&M favored by 14.5. The over/under at 55.5. This has historically been our witching week. We usually have a big fight, but we'll talk about that later.
Here. This game has a history of you going behind my back and setting up bets.
No, hey, save it.
It has a history of you going behind my back and setting up bets that make me look bad and make me have to drive 1,700 miles with my 13-year-old daughter who had to be at school the next day.
You were excited to do that. But anyways, about this game in 2025, there are no bets. I promise you there would be no bets.
You promised me that one time before, too. And then
shut the fuck up for a second. Can we not?
I like it.
Can we not? You didn't even want to bring
Also, this feeds into your delusion of Texas A&M being this way superior program when, since they joined the SEC, Texas A&M has a 7-6 lead in the series. We're the same program. We wear the same colors. And 14.5 to give the same programs is crazy. I don't care where the game is. We can score. Your defense stinks. You're going to win the game. Congratulations. But 14.5 is crazy.
So I think that when we have this argument, we have different definitions of what a program looks like. Because, yes, you're right.
You want it to be all the hypotheticals. Like, you got all the money and everything. But it's what you are on the field. And you guys aren't shit on the field.
Played on the grass.
We're better overall than you, but that's beside the point.
7-6 since you joined the conference.
I'm saying that against each other, that's fine. But nobody ever going into the season is like, well, Mississippi State's one of the top 25 programs.
Yeah, and they always do with A&M, and you always choke every single year.
Well, at least we make bowl games every single year. Who'd you lose to last year? How many games you win last year?
We went 2-10 last year.
Okay.
We went 2-10 last year. But we're
listen.
We're back.
Coach died.
The coach died.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You were the one. You were jumping up and down. 2-10, 2-10.
Well, you were 2-10. When's the last time A&M went 2-10? What kind of program goes 2-10?
I don't think it's been that long ago, has it, that they were bad?
2-10. That can happen.
Yeah, that's
any program. That's fine.
Any program could not even lead for a single second.
When I say A&M's a better program, I just mean everything going to until we win something. You're absolutely right. Our trophy case is just as empty. But beside the point, we're talking about this game this year. A&M scored 40+ points in the first 3 games. Last week against Auburn, the score did not look like the box score did. I don't know what happened. We couldn't make a field goal. Le'Veon Moss, I respect what Mississippi State is doing. I wanted you guys to win last week. I'm obviously going to take A&M here.
7-6 is shocking.
Not really to me, because they're the same.
I know. The perception is Texas A&M will talk up like they're... Yeah, 7-6 is shocking.
But again, I'm not arguing that point. I'm arguing the fact that, from a football program standpoint, those things like money and like facilities, no, those aren't hypothetical.
You have everything in place to be a great program. I agree with you.
Right, and we haven't put it together. But to say we're the same program,
took out the crazy, you'd have something.
I don't think
keep the money, take out the crazy.
But the crazy gives the money, Dave. That's the whole point.
And it's what limits you too.
I don't
think it's the crazy. I think it's the oil.
Well, which also goes into, but the oil is given from the crazies, or the crazies give the money from the oil. I actually listened to Urban Meyer on Will Cain's podcast this week, and he said Will Cain just straight up asked him, what is wrong with A&M? He was like, I have no idea. They have everything you could possibly have except for wins. I don't have that answer either. I don't know.
They got too much of the crazy.
You need crazy in college football. Regardless, I'm taking A&M.
Crazy, though.
You need passion. You don't need nut grabbing.
They don't nut grab. I'm not doing this. The Aggie fans are very mad at you guys for making up this one.
Yeah, I mean, again, I'll point it out. It's very funny that, Aggie fans, I get it, you're passionate. I love it. Let's fight about it. But, to be like, hey, yes, we're a cult, but we don't grab each other's dicks.
They don't grab each other's dicks.
You lost the argument if you say that.
But you guys hang your hats on that point, and that just is a made-up point.
Isn't there a picture of a grab?
There's multiple pictures.
There's one picture of one guy in the court grabbing his own dick. I see all of you guys grab your own dicks on a daily fucking basis. All of you guys grab your own dicks on a daily basis.
We don't do it in unison, though.
It wasn't in unison.
It's not a group activity.
You grab your own dick. Are you a dick grabber?
But I thought it was a guy grabbing another guy.
There was a line of guys all grabbing their own dicks, and you know that.
It is a story that Brandon Walker made up. You cannot find a picture that exists because it does not exist. He just said of grabbing other people's dicks. That doesn't exist. You guys would go to college.
You just said it was one guy. That doesn't exist either. It's more than one guy.
The yell leaders exist. Are they real, or is that a figment of my imagination?
No, the yell leaders do exist. The yell leaders do exist.
And are they revered on campus as the coolest cats on town?
No.
Does that look like one guy to you?
They're all grabbing each other's dicks.
They're grabbing their own. They're grabbing their own.
Oh, man,
Brandon made up that they were grabbing each other's. This is just crazy. But yes, the yell leaders are real. I am not saying.
I might have been Berenstein Baird. I might be able. I thought they grabbed each other's dicks.
Don't,
I feel like they do.
They don't.
Okay.
It doesn't exist. Okay.
Still doesn't
Side the
explain
point.
the yell leaders.
Still a cult.
Okay, I'll explain the yell leaders. The A&M used to be an all-male school. So back before women were allowed on campus, they had the yell leaders. They lead the entire stadium in unison. If you guys went to a game in College Station, you would appreciate it. And I know that you think it's weird. Doesn't matter. Aggies don't think it's weird. Doesn't matter. A&M's kicking the fucking shit out of Mississippi State this weekend. That's point. Also, Dan, I did see your tweet.
Yeah.
Miss Rev did pass away.
Yeah, Miss
So-
Rev did pass away. But was she active?
No, she was retired in
So
2021.
that changes a little.
Oh, I thought it was the one now.
No, the one now has one
I thought
eye.
it was the one now too.
The one now lost an eye.
We're always losing the old mascots.
No, yeah, she was.
Yeah, that changed it. That for me too.
She was
If
12
it's not
12
active,
years
it's
old.
sad, but it's not a bet changer.
No,
She
she
probably led a long, beautiful
12
life.
years. 12 years. Yeah, I mean they all do. Miss Rev does. She retired in 2021,
All
but
these are
still,
underrated dogs. They're great dogs.
I'm shocked to hear you say that. You usually hate dogs.
Classy.
Dan, who you taking
I
in this
don't
game?
know.
Who you taking?
I'll take Mississippi State plus 14.5.
Shocker. Dave?
But what happens? What happens when they cover? I took Auburn last week. They
Here's-
covered. You can't
here's-
be upset if I
I'm
win
not
a bet.
upset. No, I have this theory that I've decided. I think that you only hate A&M because of me.
No, I don't hate A&M at all. I don't
Yes, you
think about A&M that much. No,
Yes,
I
you
don't.
do.
It gets brought up, and I'm like, yeah, it's weird. The amount of time I think about A&M is so minuscule to like my day-to-day life.
That's fair.
It just comes up on this show, and yeah,
Well,
some of the stuff
more-
they do is weird.
more
And
than
again,
this show.
if Mississippi State covers, well, like,
That's
yeah,
fine.
if I lose the bet, then yeah, I was wrong. But like, it's not a personal offense for me to take Mississippi.
That's fine. I can take that.
I took Auburn last week. They covered.
They did.
What do you got?
By the hook.
I was just A&M guys grabbing all their dicks.
Their own, right?
It's like 8 of them.
Yeah, they're on. That's
Their
fair.
own. Their
like
own.
eight-
And
it's like 8 of 'em.
I see all of you men in this office grab your own dicks all the time.
No, you don't.
Yes, you do.
Not
Every
like
man
that.
does.
We don't line up to
Not
that.
Okay.
song and dance.
It's
That's
Dave, who
a
are you
little
taking?
I think I'm taking Mississippi State. I think the SEC is filled with a lot of decent to average to good teams, and Mississippi State certainly can play with anybody. So I'm going to take Mississippi State here plus the points. Man, I got nothing against A&M. I'd love to go. We probably won't with Big Noon Kickoff, but that's a place I would love to see. Like, you don't hear me being like I'm dying to go to Starkville. I think it'd be cool to go to a game in A&M.
I appreciate that.
You would
Dave.
love Starkville. You'd thrive there.
You know, all the 50,000 bells. Ev, who are you taking in this game?
The line's so big, it almost scares me. I thought it'd be more like 10. Mississippi State's 5-0 against the spread.
They are.
Best team bet on the country right now. I'm taking the points. I think they're a legit team.
I love to see this. Okay, let's go to
That
another
could
big
be
game.
like, that's just a Mississippi State reaction, you know, when people are too late to, because they've been so bad for so long. But I agree, Ev.
Coach died.
How long are
Sid
we
died.
gonna do that?
He's going to be dead forever.
Well, no, I do know that, but how long are we gonna blame the program on that?
You don't know
happening?
that. There's science.
Depends on how this game goes this week, I guess.
That's true. It's a good point. Okay, number 16, Vandy at number 10, Alabama. Alabama minus 10.5, the over-under 55.5. Ev, I'll start with you. You've been ringing the Vandy bell long before last season. Obviously, this is a revenge game for Alabama after what happened, but last summer, you were very high on Diego Pavia and what this Vanderbilt team is doing. How do you feel about this game?
I think he's just a gamer. I think he's a guy, I've said on the show a couple times, I think Diego Pavia, you give me a plus sign next to him, I'm going to take it every time. I don't buy into as much the revenge factor with Alabama because this is still a massive game for Vanderbilt. They're undefeated. They win this game. Like, they're thinking playoff. They're thinking everything. So, I mean, Vanderbilt plus 10.5. Please, Diego Pavia plus points every time, taking it.
Dan?
I want to hear you first.
Oh.
I think this fits the old Vanderbilt profile of them going 5-0 against nobody in the first month of the season, or 4-1 something in the first month of the season. They say bring on Alabama, and then it's 59-0 in the third quarter. It won't be 59-0, but I think Alabama does thump them here. I'm sick of hearing about Vanderbilt and their 5-0 start after beating Virginia Tech, who fired their coach, and a terrible South Carolina team. It's at home. Kalen DeBoer lost this game last year, coming off the Georgia win. He's coming off the Georgia win again. I bet he's got his kids' attention this time. I think they thump him.
Dan?
I'm going to take Vandy. I don't love it.
Then why
I
don't
just
you
think
listen to mine?
I wanted to hear what you had to
Okay.
say. Diego Pavia is just a dog, and on the road,
Defense stinks.
I get it, and I like Ty Simpson a lot, but I just Diego Pavia, give me 10.5 points. I don't know. I want to go to war with him.
Dave?
Same. And it's just, I beat the same drum. This is, if this is 6 years ago, Saban era, whatever, it's like, oh yeah, they're gonna get their pound of flesh here and win this game by 100. I had picked Alabama last week against Georgia more because it was indictment against Georgia. I'm not convinced any of these teams are that different in this conference, and Vanderbilt has improved a lot. Bama's come back to the pack. I like the quarterback. I'm going to take Vandy. I think an over is a good play here too, but I'm taking Vandy.
Brandon, last week when we were on Big Noon Kickoff, Mark Ingram said something which at the time, like, we all kind of scoffed at. I mean, Dave didn't because he took him, but when he said this team is playing like they're playing with fire, they're playing with the danger that they didn't earlier in the season. They obviously lost to Florida State, but they do look like a different team under Kalen DeBoer this many weeks into the season.
I kind of like what Dave said there.
Okay.
I feel like last week's game was a huge indictment on Georgia and them just absolutely shitting down their leg when Alabama's on the other side. Alabama's better. Alabama certainly played better than they played in Tallahassee.
Right.
But Georgia made every mistake you could possibly make to let Alabama win that game.
So do you want to switch your pick?
No. I like here. I think Vanderbilt's ahead of their skis.
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to take Alabama as well for those reasons. I did not think that they were going to be able to beat Georgia last week. I did not believe in this Kalen DeBoer era at all. And I like Diego Pavia, but I think Alabama's going to handle business in Tuscaloosa. All right. The big one this week, number 3, Miami at number 18, Florida State. Miami minus 4.5, the over under 53.5. Guys, this is one of those games that, like, from a nostalgia standpoint, like, this is one of those rivalries. Like, back in the day, it was always heated. I would say this one's probably with the most juice in how many years, Brandon? You're a thesaurus here, or the encyclopedia?
Probably since, I can't remember. I know Jameis had some big games, but I think Miami would fade down the stretch.
Right.
So as far as like actual, probably 2001.
Yeah, it's been
Chris Weinke, Ken Dorsey, and all those guys.
It's been a really long time that this game has this much juice. Dave, I'll start with you. What do you think about this game that's happening in Tallahassee on Saturday night?
The Florida State game really threw my head for a loop. I thought Florida State was really good. They couldn't stop anybody against Virginia. I'm going to stick with them another week here. Miami, I don't know. Hand up. Like, when I'm putting my tier 1, I don't know what to make of Miami yet. I'm going to take Florida State in this game. Would it shock me if Miami killed them? No. Would I be prepared to say move Florida State up with Ohio State and Oregon and Penn State if they smushed them? I think I would. I'm going to take Florida State.
Dan, we know Thomas Castellanos. I mean, they lost the game the way they did last week, but going into the season, he looks a lot better than most people thought, other than Dave. He was high on him. But then Carson Beck, too, with a new life in Miami. What do you think about this quarterback match?
I'm going to take the over in this game.
Okay.
I don't love it. I don't love this game. I'm excited to watch this game, but I don't really know, because it's like I think Miami could just be really, really, really good. But you have a desperate team in Florida State. So I'm going to go with the over. I do think Gus Malzahn will be able to work something up with the run game. And Carson Beck's good. So I'm going to take the over.
Brandon?
Everything they're saying is correct. Everything. And it's a very scary spot. I just think of what Miami's offensive and defensive lines have looked like so far this year, and what their receivers have looked like, and where Florida State had problems with Virginia. They couldn't out-physical them, and they couldn't handle those receivers and quarterback. Therefore, I'm going Miami. But I don't like it even a little bit. Not at all. Yeah. But I'm going Miami.
All right, Ev?
I kind of have the same feeling as Brandon, but the opposite, where I'm such a believer in Miami's offensive defensive line that'll travel, that can play anywhere. They're so dominant. But I think you'll get a more Florida State effort that was similar to the Alabama game. Hair on fire. I think they'll be able to scheme something. I'll take the points. But if Miami beats the shit out of them, they're absolutely in the upper echelon, the elites here of college football.
Yeah, I'm taking Miami. I think they're already there. I loved going into this season what they looked like in the transfer portal. They went out and fixed their defense, and then Carson Beck has looked phenomenal. I'm going to take Miami. I'm very excited to watch this game. This is another one, though, I'm the same way. Like, I'm not 100% confident, very excited, but I'm so high on Miami, I will ride with them. Let's go to the DraftKings Darkhorse Host Parlay, the rivalries, the marching bands, the upsets. Saturdays just got way more fun, and college football is back. Think you know the game. You put college football knowledge to the test with the DraftKings Sportsbook and turn your picks into big payouts. DraftKings Sportsbook has everything you need to stay in the action from kickoff to the final whistle. New customers bet $5 and get $200 in bonus bets instantly. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code CFB. The crown is yours. Okay, Dave, who are you submitting this week?
We already talked about it. Listen, I think Florida has just as good a chance to cover as they do win. Like, if they're not in the game, maybe they get smoked. I think they're due for one. I'm not sold on Texas. Florida.
Okay, Big Ev.
Tiny D.
Yeah, mine we already talked about too. System play. Diego Pavia getting points. Easy. Vandy plus 10.5.
Brandon?
I like Maryland plus 6.5 at home. Everybody talks about the potential of Damon Williams. Maryland has one too. Malik Washington, the young quarterback, is very good, and I think Washington probably got beat up a little bit with that physicalness of Ohio State last week. They're going across the country, all the way across the country to play Maryland. I like Maryland.
Liam, do you like the Maryland?
That was my DraftKings in the pick'em pick was Maryland, so I like that one.
Oh, nice. Yeah, Maryland. And we don't talk about them enough. I feel like they're not getting enough love. I'm going to take Wake Forest plus 7 against Virginia Tech. Wake got robbed last week. I just don't believe in this Virginia Tech team at all.
They did go on the road and beat NC State.
Do what?
What are the barbershops saying?
Wake, it's a Rico joke. He was saying the barbershop in, where is Wake?
Winston-Salem.
Winston-Salem.
What,
They're
is
buzzing.
Rico on
They got to
Wake?
get the boosters. Yeah. No, he didn't. This is a week 1 pick he had.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The odds for this are plus 1178 on the DraftKings Sportsbook, so go put that in. Hopefully we win. Has one hit this year yet? I don't know.
We unnecessary reference did, but I don't think this one has yet.
Okay, no, not for the college football show. So we're due, boys, we're due. Let's go to the receipts of the week presented by Venmo. Kick off the college sports season with select special edition Venmo debit cards. Get 15% cash back and unlock 40% of a Big Ten Plus subscription, a free year of Perplexity Pro, and more, all while you show your school spirit with a custom card design featuring Big Ten and Big 12 colleges. Sign up for the Venmo debit card today. No monthly fee and no minimum balance at venmo.com/collegecard. Okay, Dave, I will start with you. What's your Venmo receipt?
So I'm paraphrasing because I don't have the exact tweet in front of me or quote. And listen, I like Kirk Herbstreit. Opposite program. I'm a Herbie guy. I love dogs. I love all dogs. I'm an all dog guy. He was quoted, though, as saying his dog is the Taylor Swift of college football.
Yeah, I saw that.
Oh.
That's crazy.
Listen, I love his dog. I can't even, if I brought Peaches on the road, we need the National Guard, Secret Service, and everybody in between with crowd control. And he has a male dog, Peaches. So I just got to defend Miss Peaches' honor here. She is so big she cannot travel to campuses. So with all due respect, if we're going to compare one dog in the college football world and you're on a panel to Taylor Swift, it is clearly Miss Peaches. I haven't heard anything. Alex Cooper once said like her dog was more popular than Peaches. There's almost a riot online. So I love you, Herbie. Hopefully see your son on the sidelines this week in Michigan, but come on. There's only...
Sounds like you got to prove it. Sounds like you got to bring Peaches on the road.
She wouldn't be able to go, Dan. He's like, everyone stops and asks for pictures. She would cross. There'd be cities that would be shut down. She's that popular.
What was the context of him saying this about his dog with Taylor Swift? Like that? Well, no, I know, but like to say she's the Taylor Swift is crazy.
People forget.
But one
the other dog died, and this one came in real quick.
No, I know, and I love dogs.
I have no problem with that. I love the dog, and it helps him.
This ain't even his starting dog. This is a backup dog.
Yeah, but he needs a dog on the road.
This isn't an indictment on the dog, but Peach's ears perked up a little. He's like, wait, I thought you said I was the Taylor Swift of college football. So I just had to call attention to it. And I love Herbie and I love the dog. Wonderful dog. I'd love for the dogs to meet, but please.
Dan, your Venmo receipt?
Mine is for our own Connor Griffin. This guy keeps saying that he's getting his lucky McDonald's meal, and then Penn State keeps losing just in tragic ways in the biggest fucking games. Dude, it's not a lucky McDonald's meal anymore. At what point are you done with the lucky McDonald's meal? This is not how superstitions work. If it was a lucky McDonald's meal, Penn State would have won 55 games in a row. It's over. You got to stop. I love Connor Griffin. You got to try something else for the Ohio State game. Find a new lucky something. But if I see him going to get his lucky McDonald's meal before Penn State plays Ohio State in a month, I'm going to fucking lose it. It's not lucky anymore, dude.
Can I add something? I can't tell if his post-game videos are reruns. He says the same, this was supposed to be our year, the best team we've ever had, and it's the same. I honestly was I think I've seen this video 13 times in a row. I can't tell if he's just recycling the same video.
It's torturous for him, but he's got to try something. I implore you, Connor, I love you. I want to see you win a big game. Try something new. Anything new for the next big game, because if I see you doing the McDonald's again and then I see the post-game rerun like Dave just said, it's going to be like, what are we doing here?
Maybe this is ignorant, but how long has he been doing the McDonald's meal?
Years.
And they shit.
So what is he doing?
Lucky in the first place.
I don't know. I
Well, I was
don't
going
know.
to say, like, did he have it like
Maybe
when
the
they beat us in
2016
2016 or something?
Yeah.
But they've lost a bunch since then.
I don't know.
And
but
maybe he'll say, oh, I never called it lucky, and it's just his pregame ritual. But change the pregame ritual. If you have this many losses, tragic losses pile up, you owe it to yourself to try something else. Go to Sonic.
There you go. Good job. Get that ad, the product placement in. Okay, Brandon.
I really enjoyed that. Thank you for that.
Yeah, no, it's crazy.
I didn't know he'd been doing it for years. That's crazy.
It's crazy.
So my receipt is
100% he has to try Sonic. It's a sponsor.
Something.
That's
Yes.
that's a no
Ad placement.
He's got to try something new. And I know McDonald's sponsors other stuff, and maybe they'll be lucky for another person, but like
Sonic.
you have to try something new, Connor.
The Sonic Smasher Burger, perhaps.
Yes.
Go ahead.
So my
Yes.
receipt is another pre-seat. It's looking forward a little bit, but this year there will be more money paid out for coaches' buyouts in the history of college football. If you look at Auburn right now, there's some boosters behind the scenes getting $16.5 million ready for Hugh Freeze. There's $38 million for Mark Stoops of Kentucky getting gathered right now. And at LSU, it's the biggest buyout I can ever remember in my entire life. They signed him to a 10-year contract worth 100 or 2, whatever it was. They now owe him $60 million as of I believe the beginning of this season. $60 million, and if he doesn't win 9 games, or if Brian Kelly misses the playoff and really embarrasses himself down the stretch, LSU is going to pay an unprecedented $60 million buyout, and it will not be a problem. Yes, Dan?
I have a question, Brad. We've had a great show.
Yeah.
We're friends.
Sure.
We're cool and all.
Yeah.
What you're saying is correct, but part of me feels like you've just jumped from one, we got to fire the outsider in the SEC, to the other. Because Kalen DeBoer was your preseason. This guy's that doesn't fit.
Time.
Now you're
Also-
jumping to Brian Kelly.
Hold on.
Liam.
Time. No, Liam doesn't get to talk yet. Brandon Walker's talking. I have always been on Brian Kelly.
Right, but
he's
what-
always one loss
But
from
Kalen
being.
DeBoer.
He's not out of the woods yet either, by the way.
All right,
He's
but
not
it
out of
just-
the
It
woods.
felt like me. All right, that's fine, but it felt like me. Like,
doesn't-
hey,
neither one of them
Kalen
fit.
DeBoer won a big game. Let me hop to the
But
Brian Kelly button, and then if Brian Kelly wins a big game, we'll go back to Kalen DeBoer.
Kalen DeBoer's big sin is he went 9-4 in his first year.
All right,
Brian
so
Kelly's
let's do it right here.
he's an asshole.
Let's do it right here.
He is an asshole. That is a
Brian
fact.
Kelly, Kalen DeBoer, Brandon Walker, line in the sand. Which coach gets fired first?
Brian Kelly.
Okay. All right. So
I would
that's
agree
fair.
with
I just
that.
wanted a take. I wanted an official take to that one you get credit for.
But Kalen DeBoer is not 100% to end
That's
this
fine.
year as Alabama.
That's fine.
With the Georgia win, he's at like 85.
Also, Brian Kelly, I mean, you've talked about this, Dan. Like, when he gets mad, he just makes it so much worse too, because he just he's a
the most
dickhead.
unlikable person in the world.
And I don't know if he's hurt or not, but with all the hype with Garrett Nussmeier and this offense, it looks
Very hurt.
fucking awful. Like, it just everything at LSU is not good.
Yeah.
There's a chance I killed that program, honestly.
You mean Larry Ellison killed it?
QB1.
Larry Ellison.
What were you
won the
going to
ball.
say?
So Brandon said Brian Kelly has the biggest buyout he could ever remember in the history of the world.
Is there a bigger one?
Kalen DeBoer's 63.
What did you say?
Kalen
Kalen DeBoer's
63?
is 63.
Oh, I didn't know Kalen DeBoer's buyout. Wow.
Wait, the biggest
enough.
buyout in the history of the world, you said, or the history of LSU?
It's a big buyout is what I was trying to say. Maybe
Jimbo
it's
Fisher's
hyperbole, guys.
Jimbo Fisher's was like 78.
That was his contract. His buyout wasn't 78, was it?
I'm pretty sure.
Either way.
I could be wrong. I could be wrong.
Yeah, I
I think they'd give him like
buyout
I
was
think
78.
they'd give him like over $90 million.
Getting fired is awesome.
I could be wrong. I could be wrong. But I'm pretty sure like
I don't think his buyout was 78 million.
76. The buyout was 76.
Jimbo.
Jimbo Fisher got $76 million
Yes.
and you're okay.
A
No,
quote,
that's my-
record-setting buyout.
Yes, so and it was the check on the side. They did it like they were like, oh, here's our donation from all of our oil money. Here's a check for it happened to be
Jimbo
$76
Fisher's
million.
the smartest person in the fucking world.
Actually, if you go on Google and just type in Jimbo, the first thing it says Jimbo Fisher buyout.
It has to be him smiling.
He's getting over $9 million a year through 2031.
Good for him.
Yeah.
Good for him.
So no wonder he's not coaching. Okay, so my receipt, we've already talked, we got a little heated, but this is something that's just a little bit memory lane, you know? So Brandon and I have been doing Unnecessary Roughness for 8 years now, 7 years this show. We've had a lot of fun times. So I just pulled a few memories that we've had over the last couple of years. So go ahead and roll that, Jake. Just some memories of this game. Brandon in the Yell Leader suit. You look very handsome. Yeah, so this was right before the game in 2019. Look how cute we were. I believe you make fun of this, but I do have you sawing him off. In Starkville, by the way, that game you had to drive back. So what I'm asking for, Brandon, this year is that maybe we don't almost break up as podcast co-hosts in 2020.
As long as you don't go behind my back and do a bet
Look
that
at
you
those
told me
memories.
that you weren't going to do,
I
then
did
I
that
won't do it.
one time. One
That's
time.
one more than I've ever done to
But
you.
look at the cute memories. Don't you want to have a
I'm not
cute
looking
memory?
at
It
stupid
is.
ass pictures.
Absolutely insane that a grown man lived that long with that haircut, capable of having the hair he has right now, is absolutely
That was a
the
compliment.
most delusional
That was a
thing.
compliment.
It's like, what was going on in your head when you looked in the mirror to parade around as a grown man with that haircut when you have good hair?
Hold on, Dan.
That was a compliment.
That's fine. That was he worked a compliment in there. But Dave, I've seen pictures of you before the money too. You're ugly ass.
also
That's a good
fair,
point,
Dave.
Dave.
Don't sit there and throw it all at me, Mr. Tubby Dumpy ass.
I didn't have mine. I was cut my own hair.
I mean, Brandon, it
I didn't
is.
have money either. I was lucky to have hair.
But it's a compliment to say that at your age that you have such great flow and that you have
Oh,
that
he
haircut.
threw a compliment in there, and I
But
appreciate that.
It is true. I will say that. So when I went to go find some photos, and we obviously have hundreds of photos together over the years, it's just like all of a sudden one day you woke up and decided that you wanted to look good.
It's jarring. It's
I don't
bad.
wanna
Oh,
be
he's
a
right.
mutant anymore.
He's right. He's right. It was bad.
But this
here I am.
This game.
Here you are.
Historically, I mean, obviously we don't have to bring up old
it's
shit.
50-50.
But no, you did shove a coworker after this game in the Yell Leader suit.
That did happen.
That did happen. So that
should happen.
I didn't put that in there because I didn't want to
I've
upset
shoved
you.
one person in 6 years.
But it just so happened to be in a Yell Leader costume, so it's forever. So it is forever in history. But I'm just asking you, no matter what happens on Saturday, can we please not fight this year? Please.
I cannot make
Don't
that.
agree to
I'm
that.
sorry, I
Don't
cannot
agree
make
to
that
that.
promise.
That's a
You gotta see
terrible
how the
agreement.
game plays out.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
not.
I
you
can't make
do
that promise.
You can't
We
make
can
that promise.
fight.
You guys get lucky if there's a bad
can-
call or
Yeah,
something.
you
We
can't
can,
make
no,
that
we can
agreement.
fight, but can we not like actually fight?
No, you can't make that
I can't-
agreement.
I can't.
You gotta,
I don't
you
wanna
gotta let it
actually
happen.
fight with him.
No,
Okay,
no,
all
because
right.
then he's not a man of his word.
Yeah.
Remember
Like,
there? I mean, there
you
was a
can't do that.
video that like Dave wouldn't
If y'all
let see
cheat-
the
if
light
y'all
of
cheat-
day.
If y'all cheat, if y'all do something, if y'all get lucky, I get
You
to
grab a player's dick.
I get to be mad.
There's just something.
We're not streaming it together, but
Things
maybe
can
if it's
happen.
close, so we could go live together, and you won't call me any names or anything like that.
Not promising that.
No,
Okay.
That's smart of you, Brandon. You can't.
So it's on record.
You can't promise.
So it's a pre-seed. It's a pre-seed that he can't promise. Okay, Ev, what's your Venmo receipt?
My Venmo receipt is everyone who pronounced Alabama dead after week one. And listen, we did a lot in our roughness. People did it around the country. I think it's what makes college football great. They were deader than dead, eulogies, the whole nine, and then big win at Georgia. And just like that, they're back. National title contenders. Everything I think is what's make the sport great. It's what makes talking about college football so fun. The immediate reactions, the overreactions. But yeah, I mean, everyone said Bama's dead, and just like that, they're back.
All right, it's time for the proper picks presented by Proper Number 12 Irish Whiskey. Dan, I will throw it to you.
Yes. All right.
While you're doing that, let's look at the standings really quick. Dave and I are both 4-1. Dan is 3-2. Big Ev 2-2-1, and Brandon is 1-4.
I don't think
Okay.
they should be keeping
I'm
score.
making my Irish entrance into college football season with Proper Number 12 Irish Whiskey. It starts the shot of Proper because real friends don't let friends Irish exit without a story. Go classic with a proper ginger or mix it up with proper Irish apple. So get out there and make your Irish entrance. Anything else just wouldn't be proper. Make
and
your
take that
Irish
shot.
entrance with Proper Number 12. Ooh.
It's October 1st. It means the weather's going to start turning.
Delicious. Proper Number 12. I am going to go back to the well. Notre Dame, Boise over 62.5. They can't play defense.
Yep.
Okay?
And CJ Carr is awesome.
He is very good.
Yeah.
Dave, who you taking?
So I'm taking Michigan. I think we absolutely pound this team. And I'm not just saying this because obviously I'm a Michigan
It's 17 and a half, by the way.
I think Michigan is one of those teams that has a chance to elevate during the course of the season. I've seen enough of their offensive and defensive line. I think they can be a very real title contender if Underwood continues to develop. And I think they absolutely mash Wisconsin here.
Brandon? Oh, no.
So I'm 1-4.
You are 1-4. That's correct.
And I've had a good pick almost every week.
Not last week.
Something happens.
That's
not
Like
last
last
week.
week.
You had
Last week I had Arkansas plus 4.5. They barely lost.
That
What'd they
was-
lose by 60?
Fired their coach, but go ahead.
That's fine. I'm going off the grid a little bit.
Okay.
And I don't like what I'm doing.
But you're desperate?
I'm desperate.
Desperate
and I'm taking
times.
advantage of a team who's usually pretty good, who this year isn't nearly as good.
Okay.
And that's the troops at Army. Army's not very good. Army's not very good.
No.
Okay.
UAB +7 against Army. I don't think Army should be laying 7 to anybody. They're not good.
Okay.
Okay.
That wasn't a grown at the pick. I'm an Army guy.
God
You're
bless
not
the
wrong.
troops.
You're not wrong.
Army's bad. Army's
you're
a bad
not
football.
wrong.
God bless
Thank you
the
for your
troops.
service.
You're not wrong.
People
go.
forget Army beat Kansas
I
State.
grew.
Kansas State's also bad.
I played football in that field. I grew up
You
right
know
there.
my stance there, Brandon Walker.
Sure.
What's the stance? Tell the people.
Kansas State got Florida State Dublin potato disease.
Dublin potato disease.
Okay.
Interesting.
That in the water.
I didn't know that was a thing. Okay, Ev, your proper pick.
I'm taking Cincinnati. This is the rat line of the week, I think. I've been high in Cincinnati. I love Brendan Sorsby. Really good offense. Defense concerns me. Unranked favorite at home versus Iowa State, who's been on a roll. I like Iowa State. I think Cincinnati wins the game here. Give me the Bearcats. Brendan Sorsby gets it done.
Brandon, you said this, and I believe it was on this show, but it's already been a long morning, that if in the SEC anybody can stick with anybody unless you're playing Kentucky. Georgia playing Kentucky. It's -20.5 right now. It's between the hedges. Georgia, obviously, they have the Alabama ghost. They see ghosts on the sidelines. I think they are going to kick the ever-living shit out of Kentucky this week. They're going to take out all their frustrations. Kentucky is so bad. You talk about a coach that may or may not get fired. I don't know what they do.
No,
with
he's
Mark.
getting fired.
Yeah, I don't know. He almost left a couple of years ago. I think Georgia, it's going to be over within 5 minutes. So taking Georgia -20.5. Let's go to the Reese's Dynamic Duo of the Week. You're not imagining it. Reese's is out with their new Reese's Oreo cups. It finally happened. Reese's peanut butter. Yeah, Brandon, why don't you grab some? Grab some for you and Dan. Reese's peanut butter and the Oreo cookie crumbs together in one cup. That's right. Oreo cups, 2 fan favorites coming together, making everyone say a million times better. And it doesn't really matter what we say. It's Reese's and Oreo. You are already in. Available now wherever candy is sold. People are just now finding out about this. I saw, our friend Glenny Balls was tweeting about it the other day. He was like, how did I not know about this? They are unbelievable. I know. They're so good.
Oh my God.
Dave, I will start with you.
Listen,
is the
that's an
dynamic duo?
endorsement. If I was Reese's, the big man off camera with a legitimate, oh my God, that would run as a Super Bowl ad. That would be a Super Bowl ad.
That was magic in a bite.
That was authentic as it gets.
Wow.
He didn't even know the camera was on. Oh my God, with the guttural moan. Okay, Dave, your dynamic duo.
So it's the combo of Julian Sayin and Bryce Underwood, who I hate saying I love the way that Sayin plays, but these two freshmen, well, I guess Sayin's not, but these two quarterbacks, I think are going to shape this conference for a little bit. So that's my dynamic duo. Impressed with both of them. I was obviously all Underwood. Sayin makes me nervous. I hate saying that, but these two guys are going to be quite the rivalry going forward.
Dan?
I'm going back to similar to what I had with the Venmo receipt, but it's James Franklin and not winning the big one. This guy, I know that it would look a little different towards the end last week because Penn State came back. You could even make the argument they kind of broke through and did something different than they've ever done. But man, this guy and the big one, and I do love actually Penn State -25.5 against the UCLA Bruins.
Agreed.
It's the way they lost that game was just a microcosm of what's gone on with Penn State. Drew Aller throwing the interception.
Yeah, that part. But they did come back. They fought. But yeah, he just can't win the big one.
Can't do it.
Can't win the big one.
Can't do it. Brandon, I've been told that you and I both submitted the exact same dynamic duo, so we can just both shit on. I don't know if you're going to shit on
I'm
him
not
or
shitting on anybody. What I'm saying is the most under-talked about story in college football is the fact that a coup has just been pulled off.
Yeah.
Bobby Petrino, Trojan horse his way back into Arkansas as the offensive coordinator. 10 years ago, he gets fired in disgrace with the neck brace and the motorcycle and everything. And then Sam Pittman's stupid ass said, you know what, Bobby, come on and help me get this offense going. Meanwhile, Bobby, the whole time, obviously was angling for this job. He's now the interim coach. And what did he do the very next day? After being an assistant coach, he fired 3 defensive assistants. He immediately fired some assistants. He didn't say, guys, we're all in this together. He got rid of them. I guarantee you right now, if you asked Bobby Petrino, are you the coach or the interim coach? He would say, I'm the coach.
Yeah.
And Sam Pittman's stupid ass and Bobby Petrino's conniving ass are the duo of the week.
Yeah. I don't see. Here's the thing, though, is that and we talked about this on Unnecessary Roughness this week. It's he didn't get fired because he was a bad coach. He got fired because he got caught with a hot blonde that worked in the football program on the back of a motorcycle.
Sure.
So why wouldn't he think he's the coach? It's not like he got fired for bad performance. He just wanted to dabble a little bit. They forgot about it now. Arkansas fans are probably so excited Bobby Petrino's back at the helm.
You can't forget about the picture, though.
The picture.
Well, no, the picture. So this is a good question for Dan and Dave because we said this on Unnecessary Roughness. When you think of the number 1 college football meme in social media history,
McElwain fucking a shark.
Okay,
100%.
we said
that's first.
See, I think it's Bobby Petrino.
Not Ashley McElwain, but
Petrino's up there.
Petrino with the neck brace. Yeah, those are the two that we debated, whether it's 1A or 1B. I personally think that the neck brace photo will forever live in infamy. And the fact that he's back now, but if you're an Arkansas fan, but it's not really him though.
no, it's not.
matter.
But it is. It is. Yeah, no,
I mean, we did
perception's
a whole
reality.
doc on it.
Yes,
Yeah.
perception's reality. I just think that this is like if you're an Arkansas fan, you've forgiven him for having a little side action, right?
I doubt it, but they don't care.
They don't
as long
care.
as if they win one game they weren't going to win, they'll be happy.
I feel like the Arkansas fans are probably like, okay, like he got a little side act. We have Bill Belichick,
but I think they're more excited about potentially getting another coach rather than Bobby Petrino.
Oh, I don't know.
I will
would-
say
I would-
this about
I would hope
Petrino.
so.
We do the big noon kickoff like pre-meetings, and it's like an hour-long call or whatever. You go through everything, and when they said Bobby Petrino in, everybody laughed. It was just like a knee-jerk. That's just he makes you laugh. It's like, Bobby Petrino's back.
Time is a flat circle. Okay, Ev, your dynamic duo.
So me and Dan have picked the same one, so I decided to pivot a little bit. How about Penn State picking maybe the wrong quarterback?
Oh.
I mean, they've Sean
Pribula.
Clifford, Will Levis situation. Now, I mean, you see Bo Pribula's playing awesome down at Mizzou. Maybe Drew Aller might be the better NFL prospect, but maybe not the better college quarterback. And it's because Clifford and Levis was kind of the inverse of that, where Levis was probably the better NFL guy, but maybe, I don't know, he might have been better for college too. But I think they made a mistake.
That's a good call.
I think Drew Aller's he's going to get drafted higher, obviously, but I don't know if he fits the offense better. And Koto Nickley, I think he liked Pribula's legs. That's why they used packages for him last year. Mizzou looks incredible. That offense looks incredible. So they might have made a mistake.
Yeah.
Let's go to the Sonic top 10. So Connor Griffin needs to get a Sonic Smasher. He needs to change up his pregame meal. The Penn State fans need to do that. Football fans deserve a better burger, and the Sonic Smasher is made with 2 Angus beef seasoned patties smashed and seared, crispy on the edges and juicy in the middle. It's then layered with 2 slices of melty American cheese, a signature creamy, tangy smasher sauce, crinkle cut pickles, diced onions, and served on a pillowy soft potato bun. The Sonic Smasher, melty, juicy, yet crispy, the perfect burger bite. I actually do want one this week, so don't eat all of them, Brandon, please. So we have the AP top 10 behind the guys. This week, because we are in studio, we do our own top 10. So let's unveil it now. We all vote. We all send in our top 10.
See me putting a label up like that?
Yep.
Okay, we've got Ohio State, Oregon, Miami, Texas A&M, Ole Miss, Oklahoma, Texas Tech, Indiana, Alabama, and Texas. Does anything stand out to you guys?
I don't like Texas on it.
I don't like Texas on it either.
You claim I hate Texas A&M. I have them 4th.
I do love that. Thank you.
Okay. So
Texas should not be in the top 10, in my opinion.
I had Georgia Tech 10.
Also,
I think I had BYU 10.
I only put undefeated teams.
Same.
Do you think Georgia Tech's the 10th best team?
I don't give a fuck. They haven't
Now,
lost.
here we go.
They beat Wake Forest in overtime. Wake Forest is the worst team in the ACC.
You just do hypotheticals. It's in your SEC nature.
You just lie.
No, I don't.
What?
I just said I do undefeated teams.
But you don't think Wake Forest is the 10th best team. You're
I don't
lying.
give a fuck. The rest of the schedule.
Then why are we
figures it
voting
out.
if you don't give a fuck?
No, this is the thing.
Because I do. What have you won? What have you done? The teams that are undefeated deserve to be ranked ahead of the teams that have lost.
Disagree.
Okay.
What makes
Texas played Ohio State. Georgia Tech hadn't played Ohio State.
Okay.
Texas is better than Georgia Tech.
that may be true? What has Texas done to be in the top 10, though?
I just fucking told you.
You think that they're better than all
Who
the
did
other?
they beat? They got ranked in the top.
Texas
They
is
were
a better
ranked-
football team than
Why?
Georgia Tech.
Why?
Because they're better. Because they're not going to overtime with Wake Forest.
But they might prove it. But you're basing it off of preseason rankings.
If you're just going by everybody undefeated, then why vote at all? Why have an AP vote? It should just be go down the list and you just go ... and the scores tell you who to
No,
rank.
I do agree with you on that. I do agree with you on that point. But Texas is there because of their preseason.
But the way y'all doing it, we don't have it. We shouldn't even vote.
Well,
Why play, Walk? Under your method, why
here's-
play? Just look at the
here's my-
rosters and be like, better roster.
Do you think
Like, why
Texas
play
is
the
better
game?
than? Do you think Georgia Tech's better than Texas?
If they played, I don't know.
I do.
I think it would be a pretty close fucking game, to be honest.
So, Brandon,
Actually, it would be a
my
pretty
question:
good
It would be a really good game.
right now, who would be favored on a neutral field between Texas and Georgia?
Georgia what? Georgia Bulldogs?
Georgia.
The Georgia Bulldogs.
So did you? The Georgia Bulldogs.
Probably very close.
So like my
Georgia should be ahead of
so
Texas.
I put Georgia ahead of Texas. Like they've lost, but I think Georgia should be number 10, not 10. I don't think Texas
that's
should be in
cool.
the top 10.
All right.
Where do you have Texas?
I can't see our
I
top
have
10,
five.
so I don't know
Five?
what we are.
Yeah, I think they're very good.
You have Texas at 5.
I have Texas
They
at
have to
5.
win a game that matters first.
Yeah, Texas better look out. Minefield week.
They have to win a game that matters first. I'm not saying that Texas is bad. I'm saying they have not won a game that matters.
That's fine.
So why would I
There's
rank them
still some
5?
speculation at this point.
This
Their offense is
is
ranked
an
like
Earth is a
100.
flat circle debate for this panel.
We do it all the time, yeah.
Also, I mean, Florida State did beat the shit out of Bama. I know they just lost the game, obviously, but it feels weird this early in the season to have them just flat out above them. I mean, they smoked them less than a month ago.
It's a fair point.
All fair.
All is
You
fair
can
in
have,
love war in college
a lot of
football.
points of view about this.
That is true. Texas being 5 is crazy. Where were they the week before on your top 10?
I don't know.
They weren't.
I have no idea. I'll go
They weren't.
week to week.
Anyways, okay, so that was our show. Dave will be in Ann Arbor this weekend. Anything else from you guys?
No.
No?
Good show.
Good show.
Good show. All right, we'll see you guys next week.